Good morning, everyone. It is now exactly 11 a.m. Thank you for being here with us. My name is Dylan Montes Dioca, and I am the Associate Director of Admissions here at the University of West Georgia. So we are glad to have you all with us. We have the College of Science and Math today, so we'll be talking a lot about these different majors as well. What's really nice too is we are going to be recording this session, so we will be able to send this out to future students as well, and be able to talk about some of the different things that we have for students. So with us today, we have the Dean of the College of Science and Math, as well as a lot of the different department chairs. Feel free to ask questions throughout the presentation. So how this is going to work is we're gonna first get an inside look from Dean Gagnon. She'll give a welcome to our virtual webinar. So this is the first virtual webinar that we're doing for COSM. And then after that, some videos from each of our departments, and then a live Q&A at the end. So again, feel free to ask questions throughout. Please use the Q&A feature at any time for any of your questions. And without further ado, I would like to introduce Dean Gagnon. So thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Dylan. Hello, juniors and seniors. Welcome to our very first virtual preview day for the College of Science and Mathematics. As Dylan mentioned, my name is Pauline Gagnon, and I am proud to serve as Dean of this very special college. You're joining us today because you know that science and math is a place for you. And I'm glad you're here, and you are in the right place. In our college, we offer a range of opportunities. You can learn scientific principles and theories. You can study alongside faculty in their research labs, or you can explore your own major, pulling from a wide variety of programs in biology, chemistry, computer science, geosciences, geography, mathematics, and physics. And you're here today because you're probably looking for a college that fits your dreams. And there are many, many ways to explore in the College of Science and Math. You can either major in a specific subject that you've already chosen, or you might explore ways where we can help you build your dream, like using multiple majors for pathways in engineering studies or stream restoration. So why UWG? Why science and mathematics? You're about to see a 10-minute video that will give you details on all of our programs that we offer you so you can start building that dream of yours. And there are just samples of ways, that many, many ways that you can grow and expand in our college. We are the home of science labs and field trips, and we're glad that you're here to learn more about us. Keep in mind, the important value at UWG is inclusiveness. In science and mathematics, you will be working alongside a diverse group of students and faculty, people just like you, who like to think critically and learn constantly. So stick around for the upcoming video providing details on all those degrees that we offer you. Instagram information, QR codes will be on display in the video. Plus, you can review the video link later on. And remember, there's going to be a live Q&A following the video with representatives from all of our departments. And do use the chat feature to ask questions even while the video is playing. We promise to respond in the chat box or during the Q&A afterwards. Now, sit back and listen to what the College of Science and Mathematics can do for you.
Hi, my name is Greg Payne. I'm chair of the Department of Biology here at the University of West Georgia. I want to welcome you to the University of West Georgia, to the Department of Biology, and to our newly renovated state-of-the-art facility here on the beautiful West Georgia campus. I want to thank you for your time, the time that you've given up today to be with us, and the opportunity that I have to share with you just a little bit about our program and our department. The Department of Biology is composed of about 800 majors, a diverse student body. We have 23 faculty and 2 senior administrative staff. The faculty and administrative staff are eager to assist you in your academic journey, whatever that may be. There are numerous opportunities here for you to engage and participate in research activities, or maybe teaching activities, or tutoring activities within the department. If you want to do research, our faculty are research active. We have a wide variety of projects that you can become involved in. If you want to teach, a number of our students have gone on to teach in middle school or high school, secondary education, maybe in community colleges and in university settings. If you want to attend a professional school or a graduate school, many of our students have gone on to become dentists, to become veterinarians, to become doctors, physical therapists. I'm going to hang around for a little while to provide more details. Please give me a call, chat with me, or contact me at gpayne, G-P-A-Y-N-E, at westga.edu. Or you can contact us at www.westga.edu/biology. I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Go West, go Wolves.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Martin McPhail. I'm an assistant professor here in the UWG chemistry department, and in addition to myself on the panel today, we also have our chair, Dr. Basu Dutz, as well as Dr. Vicky Geisler, one of our pre-health advisors and organic chemistry professors. In chemistry, we emphasize training students to be scientific thinkers and leaders, and we offer both ACS and non-ACS degree track options, including pre-professional and business options. We use student-centered learning environments and an emphasis on faculty-directed undergraduate research to make sure students can get hands-on experience from day one that's going to get them the job they want and make sure that they can be leaders in their field. Many of our students go on to medical school, PA school, dental school, and pharmacy school, whereas others go on to graduate school in chemistry, including top programs at Princeton, Berkeley, and Yale, whereas others can be found in the chemical industry at places like Coca-Cola or locally at Southwire. I look forward to answering your questions about UWG chemistry, and thank you for coming today.
Hello, my name is Dwayne Yoder, and I'm a faculty member in the Department of Computer Science, where we offer a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, and our students learn to code, create, and collaborate. The majority of our students who graduate from our program go into entry-level software development positions. And knowing this, we have structured our curriculum so that they are exposed to tools and techniques throughout our curriculum from the very first class till the very last class. And we employ a lot of high-impact practices where they get that hands-on experience to prepare them for careers and to be able to hit the ground running when they go into industry. So all our students have to take an internship and also a capstone class. And I think the fact that we offer just a very hands-on curriculum that prepares students to hit the ground running in industry is really what sets our program apart from other computer science programs that you see at other colleges or universities. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at dyoder, D-Y-O-D-E-R, at westga.edu. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Take care.
Hi, I'm Jim Mayer. I'm the chair of the Geosciences department at UWG. In Geosciences, we have 2 main programs. We have a bachelor's degree in geology and a bachelor's degree in geography. The geography program also has opportunities for teacher certification. Geology, as you probably know, is about rocks, but it's about a lot more than just rocks. As a geology student, you'll also study groundwater, surface water, natural disasters, the history of Earth, and the history of life on Earth. Geography is about just about anything from a spatial perspective. It's divided into two main parts: physical geography, which is very similar to geology, and human geography, which is about human culture, politics, human society, but from a decidedly spatial perspective. In geosciences, we're a small department. Our courses, almost all of our major courses, involve field work or field trips. We're a friendly department. We work hard, but we also understand the importance of relaxing sometimes and having fun. You can get more information off of our website, and you can feel free to contact me or anyone else in our department if you would like more information.
Hi, my name is Rishi. I'm the chair of Mathematics Department at the University of West Georgia. We offer BS and MS degree as well as an accelerated BS-MS degree, which allows students to graduate in 5 years to get both BS and MS degrees. We have 33 full-time faculty with research in applied mathematics, discrete mathematics, statistics, and math education. We also have faculty working on algebra and topology. Our faculty have published over 650 articles and provide great opportunities for our students to do undergraduate research. After graduation, our secondary education students are certified to teach at middle schools or high school. Other students can work for the government or industry. They are also well prepared to go to graduate school for master's degree or PhD. If you need more information about our program, you can visit our website and contact us. We will be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Neil Chestnut from the UWG Physics Department. I want to first say welcome to our virtual preview day. The next thing I want to do is encourage you to consider the University of West Georgia and especially the Department of Physics. If you have an interest in physics, in engineering, or in science education, or in science technology in general, I encourage you to find out more about what we are doing. Let me quickly say we have some excellent academic courses. The other thing is we have some excellent research opportunities for our undergraduates. And so you will have a great undergraduate experience at UWG, but also this leads to some great career opportunities.
So I want to introduce Shay Rose, who is going to be helping with this live Q&A. So feel free to ask any questions throughout. I know we've had a couple, I think, already come through. So Shay, I believe you're on the line. If you want to go ahead and start asking those questions, you can go ahead and start that. And again, any questions you may have, feel free to use that Q&A feature.
All right, well, I'm so glad that you guys are here today. I wish we could be in person, but this will do now. And I really want to encourage you to ask questions, ask anything you're curious about. It's a great opportunity for us to find out more about you and for you to learn about us. I see, Tracy, you have questions. It's a great question. I love this one. About research opportunities. I mean, in our college, we really do pride ourselves on research opportunities, internships, and field experiences. And we are very, very focused on undergraduates as well. We do have some graduate programs, but all of these departments put a great emphasis on undergraduates, undergraduate experience, and teaching. And so, chairs, would one of you or some of you like to talk about some of the specific research opportunities? I know there's a lot going on in all of these departments. Dr. Dutt, would you like to talk more about chemistry if you want to turn on your video?
Okay, can you see me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So the chemistry department is really excited to provide hands-on research opportunities for every single student that comes through our doors. We have a whole variety of chemical instrumentation, and being an undergraduate only department, we pretty much as early as their freshman year to get started with research projects. We have research projects that range from nanotechnology to medicinal chemistry to chemistry of art to green chemistry projects. So irrespective of what a student's interests are for a career, we have opportunities for everyone. So I do want to kind of see if Dr. Martin McPhail, who is the youngest faculty member and who has received recently a NSF grant, to chime in his experiences, because I think there was one question that came up in terms of what was a favorite memory that a faculty member has with a student. So maybe Dr. McPhail, since he mentors a lot of students in research, if he could combine the two themes and provide an answer.
Sure thing, Sharmissa. Can you hear me fine here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you for letting me chime in then. So first of all, I'm so glad to hear that we have people here interested in research. We really feel that this is so foundational to actually gain the practical skills to become independent thinkers and learners. And I would say that's really my biggest pleasure as a professor, is getting students coming into my research lab as early as their freshman year. And then by the time they're seniors, getting to see them go and actually present their work. So I would say some of my best times working with research students are, I'm sort of a couple of things. One are all the memories I have of students coming into my office hours and coming in and asking questions, especially my research students. And it gets me thinking, I hadn't thought about that, or that's interesting. And that's really what engages me as a researcher, is that collaboration with my students. And then two is going to conferences with my students. So we go a lot of times to the Southeastern Regional Meeting of the American Chemical Society in the fall, and getting to see my students get up and present their work in front of professors and other professional colleagues, and getting them, seeing them become the actual professionals, and seeing them undergo this transformation. That's the stuff that really energizes me as a professor, and the things I keep coming back to when I think of, all right, what makes this job so special? So thank you, Sharmista.
I was going to chime in as well. This is Greg Payne, Chair of the Department of Biology. One of the things I want to encourage students to do that are interested in research is certainly visit the faculty, walk around the department, take a look at their web pages, see what interests that those faculty may have, and then set up an appointment, talk to the faculty, find out if there's a space for you or place for you, what kind of research they're involved in, if it's a paid position, if it's supported by grant funding, or if there's what we call student research assistantship funding that's within the university, or the possibility of taking research for credits. And so those kinds of options are there.
I can chime in from Geosciences. All of our students in geology and geography will do some sort of a research project. And it ranges from field work outdoors to laboratory analysis type work to computer type analysis, anything from mapping rocks on the ground, looking at water in caves, using drones for various sorts of surveying and mapping. And our students also typically will present their research either at a local, regional, or even sometimes a national or international conference. So a lot of opportunities, and a lot of good fun projects in geology and geography.
As far as computer science goes, this is Dwayne Yoder, chair of the Department of Computer Science. We have a few students that will do some research with faculty, in particular the area of data science and machine learning. But our big emphasis is getting students internships. And so all our students are required to do an internship. And so usually by their junior year, they're out working 15 to 20 hours a week. So that's that sort of hands-on experience that we put is majority of our students want to go into entry-level software development positions. So that's what we put our emphasis on. But there are the faculty that will do research with students who are interested in going to graduate school.
And I can chime in from physics with a very specific experience that I remember. I remember a student in one of my classes, upper level physics courses, and asking the student or the students, you know, who would be interested in a series of research projects. And this one student was very interested, and he ended up going to basically to do research at a national lab with me for about 3 or 4 days. And this was in December. And after we came back from that, his whole world had opened up. It's like the light bulb came on, and he was really excited. And then we did research that spring, and that led to an REU that summer at a graduate institution. That led to the next summer an REU at a national lab, and then he went on to graduate school. So it's those kind of experiences that I think all the departments can offer. I know we offer in physics, and those are exciting to see. It's exciting to see students go from the classroom to just the real world of research and industry.
I'll add one more. Well, I was going to say, I'll add one more thing to that. Just the fact that if you become engaged or interested in research with a particular department or with a particular faculty member, we always try and have opportunities to get you out to present work, or maybe to be a co-author on a publication or something like that. The one thing that I would encourage you to do is, again, find out what those interests are with those faculty members. Do they match yours? And this is a relatively long-term investment. There may be some projects that can last a semester or something like that. But typically in biology, we're looking for someone that can give us 2 semesters, a year, 2 years. That's when the most productivity for the student and for the faculty member and for the department exists. And so I would encourage you to look at those. And it's time to shop around, but for productivity, those long-term engagements are important.
I will talk about a little bit about mathematics. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. We have faculty working with students for the research, undergraduate research. Usually they discuss some problems and even write some papers with the professor, and then they go to the conference, national conference, to present. So we have great faculties to do the research, and we encourage all the students to do this. And also, all the students are required to do some senior project, which kind of research for major students. So that's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, so all of our departments have research activity, and we are very focused on undergraduates, and that's a real opportunity that you don't get everywhere. Opportunities to do research with faculty. We have support for students who go to conferences. Some students have paid research. So we really, really value it, and it's a great opportunity. While we're on that topic, I saw you were asking about internships as well. So I was wondering if some of the chairs could talk about some of the internship opportunities that students have done within your departments.
For computer science, our students get internships with a lot of local companies here in Carrollton, Douglasville, Villa Rica, LaGrange. doing entry-level software development positions. They've done with some bigger ones, Norfolk Southern. We've had a student do one with CNN in Atlanta. And so a lot of it is just up to what the student is looking for. There's an opportunity to do it in your home area, particularly over the summer. And so our biggest thing is that when companies contact us, if we know that you're looking for an internship, we're going to help you find that. But you can also go out on your own and find something that is CS related. You have a faculty member who makes sure it meets the requirements for that. But there's quite a bit of flexibility. But for all the students that participated in it, whether it's been at a big company like CNN or a small, what we call mom and pop software development position, it's been an extremely valuable and positive experience for them.
I do want to add that West Georgia has a Center for Career Services, and it's a free service that's available to all current students as well as alumni. And they have connections to the local industries. They do a weekly update of internships that are available. So companies get in touch with our career services department, and that list is posted on their website. Students can actually avail those services for free, and types of seminars that they sponsor. Some for, how do you build up a resume, interviewing tips. So any student who is interested in an internship definitely doesn't have to do this on their own, but rather they have the support of the centralized system on campus.
And the other thing that some of the departments have done, I think most departments have someone within their program that serves as a director or a program director for internships. We have one in biology. Most of our internships deal with the local health system, Tanner Hospital, maybe some of the physical therapy clinics that are in town. But we're always looking for those partnerships.
And I can just jump in to add a little bit more clarification for some of the example of the chemistry focused internships, because I noticed there's a question about whether you have to stay local or go to Atlanta. And I think a lot of it is what you would like to do and where you'd like your internship to be as well, right? So we have a lot of great industry here in Carrollton, like Greg, you were just mentioning. But also places like Southwire. A lot of our chemistry majors have gone on there. They're now at more senior positions, so they like having a pipeline here. Same with Coca-Cola. We have students that have been over there, our graduates, and they're there now for several years, and Coca-Cola wants more of them. So it's easy because and this is true for all of our departments, we all have this network of alumni, especially local alumni, both in Carrollton and in Atlanta. So those opportunities are there if you want them. Yeah, and it's great to hear that you're interested in internships because, again, it's one of those perfect opportunities to build out your resume and be able to sit down in an interview and talk about something real that you've done rather than just sit in a classroom.
Also in Geosciences, we have a number of students who do internships in Atlanta, Douglasville, Carrollton, other places. The opportunities that are usually available are in environmental consulting firms, urban planning, various sorts of mapping related firms. We had students recently with internships in the U.S. Geological Survey, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, also Southwire in their sustainability related jobs at that facility.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, we have a lot of it. Like everyone said, we have a lot of internship opportunities locally and in Atlanta and other places as well. Southwire, of course, is local. I know we've had a lot of folks go there. And there's even nonprofits like Keep Carroll Beautiful here. And there's South Face in Atlanta, which is a sustainability organization. So there's a lot going on, and really getting to know faculty and people in the career services can help you find the right opportunity for you. So see a question coming in about study abroad. And Greg, would you like to talk more, Dr. Payne, would you like to talk more about study abroad?
Well, I just typed in a response to that. Biology's had a study abroad experience for the past several years. It's a tropical biology or ecology study abroad program in Belize. And I hope we can continue that. We're, again, just like the internships, we're always looking for those opportunities and interested faculty in participating in study abroad, obviously students that are participating in study abroad.
In Geosciences, we have a brand new exchange program that just started this past year with the University of Hull in England, and there are opportunities there for geology and geography.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had the chemistry department has collaborated with the art department and offered a chemistry of art, but it's not suitable for upper division chemistry classes. But some of our students have participated in this study abroad in France program, especially for those who are majoring in chemistry and minoring in art or a foreign language. So we've had some of our students go through that program over the last 10 years.
I want to add just one more thing there. With some of the study abroad experiences, at least that's the case with the one that we have in biology. We have a number of requirements for our major as far as courses or certain areas that are required. And the study abroad has in the past been an option for fulfilling some of those required courses. And so that's something to take into consideration as well.
I can add in just a little bit of one thing, just because it intersected with an earlier question, since we had a lot of earlier discussion about undergraduate research. One thing that some of the folks here or the students who are attending here might not be so familiar with is the idea of an REU, a research experience for undergraduates. A lot of those can be ways, if you are also interested in traveling, to also get credit or a research experience. A lot of these NSF funded REUs are in collaboration with universities across the world. So for example, one of my research students last summer went and in conjunction with the University of Syracuse, went to Austria to perform research at an Austrian university and really loved that experience. So that's another pathway outside of what you might be thinking of as the more traditional study abroad framework to look out for those opportunities too, because they're definitely out there, and definitely any of the departments here on campus could help advise on something like that.
Yes. So we definitely have opportunities for study abroad. We also have a lot of trips within the United States. We may study in a national park or go to a national laboratory, so that there's a lot of opportunities to travel and experience a lot of different things here and abroad. I did see another really cool question here. It says, what is your favorite memory with a student? So I'm hoping some folks will tell us about some of their favorite memories with regard to your students. I'm sure you have a lot, so.
Oh, I'm going to chime in on this one. Obviously, when you have a research student, they get a job and move on to a professional career. That's exciting, or they move on to graduate school. Especially if a student, I guess, moves on in an area that's similar to your background and to your industry and what you've been involved in. That's always exciting if they get into your field.
Yeah, can I request Dr. Geisler, who has been advising pre-med students for almost 30 years, or actually 30 plus years, chime in with some of her favorite memories? Because I know that her relationship with students have extended, and right now she brings back a whole bunch of those alumni back to campus to kind of mentor the younger students. So I'll let Dr. Geisler chime in on this question.
Hi, everybody. That is one of my favorite opportunities. I'm the faculty advisor to an organization called EHL, which stands for Emerging Healthcare Leaders. And every year we bring back alumni to talk to the students about their experiences in the medical field. So one semester we had a panel of about 5 female alumni that came back to talk to the students. And these were all local physicians, dentists, PAs, pharmacists. And so to see these students that you've taught them in class, and then they go out there in the world to go to medical school or dental school or pharmacy school and become very successful in their career. So that's always very rewarding. And we do that every semester. We normally bring back alumni to talk to our pre-professional students about their careers.
Yeah, I think anything that involves student success, even if they're not your majors. I taught anatomy and physiology for the nursing program for a number of years, and when those students get accepted into a nursing program, that's success. And so all of those student success stories, teaching, research, them getting jobs, them getting into graduate school programs. I'm the pre-vet advisor for the biology department. And, this past year we had 5 students accepted into vet schools, which is outstanding. And so when that happens, that's exciting.
And I'll just chime in about a specific kind of just a moment I remember. I have a lot of students that have gone on and, really done great things and found wonderful careers. But just think about one moment. I had a student in the class one time that was, he was there, but he just wasn't that engaged. And we had an assignment where I asked them to find a song that related to the topic in the class. And it was an environmental issues class. And the student found a song by an artist he loved, and he didn't know that this artist was so interested and cared so much about the environment. And from that day on, that was the most interested, passionate, and involved student. And that student who went from being kind of disengaged in that class went on and got a degree from West Georgia and does GIS and environmental work now. So it really, I remember that one moment, something changed in him. And I love seeing that when a student finds something that they're passionate about. And from that moment, that spark of curiosity, that drives them onto their careers and onto their next path. So anybody else have a special moment with a student they want to talk about?
I have a couple. One is it's the standard thing, and it is very special, memorable, and that's just taking students to a professional conference. Going into the conference, they're absolutely terrified of getting up there in front of other professionals in the geosciences and having to talk about their research and face the questions that they're going to face. But they get to the conference, they get involved, and they find that it's actually a very, very friendly place. And everyone there is interested in what they're doing and interested in seeing them succeed. And just watching that transformation of students from being miserable and terrified, no confidence whatsoever, by the end of it, that they're enjoying it. They're really getting into telling others about their research. They're getting input from professionals in the field to help them answer further questions, and it's really, really something to see. Another is kind of similar to Shay's. I had a student come up to me at the end of an intro geology class, and she said that, yeah, at the beginning she couldn't care less. She only took it because she needed science credit, but she really got into the class by the end, and she said that now she drives her friends crazy. They really are just they don't know what to do, because everywhere they go, this student in the geology class is constantly pointing out features of geologic interest, and she just can't shut up about it, and her friends have commented on that. So that's another one.
Now that we're talking about this, I'm gonna put a different twist on this. It's also kind of exciting when you have a student that may want to be a biology major. I'm the biology chair, I'm biology faculty, and they're in your class, and even though they may be doing well, maybe they find another field or another major that they may be more interested in, and having that opportunity to direct them and put them in touch with the right people within that department, so that they can, be a success in an area that they may be more adept in or more interested in.
All right. And I see you have a question. Anybody else want to share a student success story or moment? All right. Okay, I see you. There's another question here about graduate degrees. We do have some graduate opportunities here. There are some research opportunities and also a certificate. So I wonder if some of our chairs could talk about graduate opportunities, so students could just continue on at West Georgia after their bachelor's degree. Anyone from math? You guys have a really excellent opportunity for your accelerated program.
Yes, for mathematics, I already answered the question. So we have an accelerated BS MS degree, and students, they can just use 5 years to complete 2 degrees. And for the master degree here, we have 2 concentrations, applied mathematics and teaching. And also, in fact, many of our graduates, they eventually go to the PhD programs in other universities. So I think it's kind of a good program for students to get in.
And I'll jump in for biology. Biology has a couple of graduate degree tracks. They're both Masters of Science degrees. One's referred to as a non-thesis degree, a non-research track. It depends mostly on taking content courses to fulfill the requirement. The other degree is a thesis track, which is a research track. And obviously you have to have buy-in or a relationship with a faculty member to sponsor that research or to be the advisor for that research. But those are the 2 track options that we have. We also, when students come in and apply to our program, there are opportunities for them to TA, become teaching assistants within our department and teach laboratory courses, and they're paid a stipend to do that. And they also get a tuition waiver if they're a TA or a graduate research assistant. And so those are some opportunities that some students have.
With respect to physics, so of course, we don't have a graduate component in our department. However, we definitely encourage students and we help them to find the connections to graduate school. And one of the things that students often don't know about graduate school in physics is that it's free in essence. You get paid to go to graduate school. You get as was mentioned a moment ago, you get a stipend to go. So it's an excellent opportunity to get paid and to learn. And so, like I say, that's definitely true in physics and probably true in some of the other fields as well.
I just want to chime in. Similar to physics, chemistry does not have a graduate program, but we do offer the ACS, which is the American Chemical Society endorsed curriculum. And students that go through this rigorous curriculum are very, very competitive when it comes to choosing graduate school. We currently have graduate students at Vanderbilt, at Princeton, at Yale. Some of our students have graduated from University of Texas, Austin, from Berkeley. So even though we don't have a graduate program, we are very proud to provide the students to get them ready for graduate school.
That's the same for geosciences. We do not have graduate programs. We have a graduate certificate in GIS, Geographic Information Systems, but that's probably not what you are asking about here. But we have, I'd say about 20% of our students end up going on to graduate school. And it's often the case, and it's especially the case in geology and geography, that it really serves you best to go to graduate school somewhere else. And in some ways, the further away, the better, just to get a different experience with different people, different surroundings, a different approach to the discipline. And we have specific tracks within our degrees that will set you up well for graduate school. And we have connections to a lot of universities across the country that can pay off when you're looking to go on to graduate school.
All right, thank you all. Just last thing here. I was wondering if anyone could speak to some of the variety of careers our students pursue after graduating from West Georgia in your fields. I know, students end up in all kinds of areas and varieties of companies, nonprofits, government organizations, local, city, federal agencies. Can you guys talk about some of the places that your students have gone and what they're doing now?
I can get started with where you can find our chemistry majors. So we have about 25% of our students who choose to go the graduate school route. So they will go graduate school, and some of them have become professors after that. Some of them work in the pharmaceutical company. Some of them work with petrochemical industries. So that is if someone chooses to go the master's or the PhD route. We also have recently sent a lot of our students who are analytical chemists at the Coca-Cola company. So they are looking at formulations of different drinks, improving the taste and the flavor of those drinks. So that has been our latest hire, so to say. We Southwire is which is in Carrollton, also has employed some of our students. A bunch of our students have gone on to become pharmacists. So, attend pharmacy school, and then they are pharmacists at both commercial as well as hospital settings. We have some that have gone on to medical school, and we do have some students who come in thinking that they want to do forensics, and we have had student placements at GBI. And again, another popular place for students that are interested in a pre-health type of track have been employed by CDC.
For computer science, we've had students get jobs at Google, Microsoft, CNN, Delta, up in Washington, D.C. with the government, with the CIA. So you got the big companies, but then a lot of our students end up in just staying near home. And fortunately, in most areas where you live, there are software development jobs available. So we have a lot of students that stay right here in the West Georgia area, working at Southwire. We have a lot of health software development in this area, Villarica and Douglasville. So it's, I think what you'll find with any of these disciplines, you'll have the opportunity with the quality of education you get in West Georgia to get jobs and stay here local, or to expand your horizons. I've got a student right now that's in Australia. They got a job there. And so they're, we're just, when you say go west, I think at West Georgia, it really opens up a lot of opportunities to get jobs wherever you would like to reside.
Dr. Yoder is correct about that. In physics, we also have people who work in local industry like Southwire, other places in Georgia. But we have students that recently went to NASA, that work at national labs, and just all sorts of industries, academia, and the national laboratories.
Yeah, I was just going to say, kind of similar to the chemistry department as far as biology and its connection to medical schools and dental schools and pharmacy schools. A number of our graduates are doctors or pharmacists or physical therapists or physician's assistants or dentists. We also have a number of that have gone into government, either with the USDA, federal government, or state governments, or local governments, community governments, community health associations. We've got USDA. I've got some students in USDA. I've got some with the Georgia Department of Agriculture that work there. We've got some with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service that have been employed. And so a wide variety of options. I think that, when we start to look back on the number of students that we've had, fill a lot of roles.
In geosciences, on the geology side of the program, most of our students end up working in what's broadly described as environmental consulting. And these are firms that are called in when there are problems with, for example, soil contamination, groundwater contamination. And these are the people with the expertise to figure out the extent of the problem and figure out what needs to be done to clean it up, and then get it cleaned up. And there are a lot of these firms around in the Atlanta area, in the West Georgia area, and that's where most of our geology graduates end up. But we also have graduates that have ended up in the minerals industry, in government, and in other applications as well. On the geography side of the program, most of the geography graduates end up in what you might broadly describe as urban planning, working for municipalities at different levels, whether it's a county, a city, a large city, a small city, working on everything from simply keeping up with all of the mapping type work that needs to be done at that level, and also working on the planning aspects of any kind of setting like that, just figuring out what should go where, even just assessing what is in this neighborhood or that neighborhood, and just figuring out from a planning perspective what needs to be done going forward.
For mathematics, many of our students after graduation, they get job at middle school, high schools as math teachers, because we have a secondary education track. After they graduate, they get certified to teach at middle school, high school. And for our students in statistics, after graduation, they usually get jobs related to data analysis or data analyst, something like that, use statistics. And for applied math and traditional math, many of them, they go to graduate school. And also we have graduate program here after they get the master degree here. Many of them are teaching community college or teach four-year college, community college for mathematics.
All right. Well, any other? Yeah. So as you can see, the careers they go into span the gamut from medicine, health. I have a student that went to law school. They work for Google, they work at Silicon Valley, and some of them work here in Southwire and local industries and nonprofits. So really proud, and we love hearing from our students and hearing about their successes. Dylan, do you have anything else for us today?
No, that was it.
Pass it back to you.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other questions in the Q&A. So thank you all again so much for doing this. Dean Gagnon, did you have any other final comments or anything that you would like to close with? Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
Okay, yeah, I want to thank you, Dylan, and your office for this teamwork, and thank you, chairs, not only for showing up, and representatives, because it's not just the chairs out there, not only for showing up and answering these great questions, but pulling together those videos at the last minute. You were really terrific. It's really good. So you say this will be posted intact, Dylan?
This will be posted intact, and I will actually chop some of the things up. So some of the mishaps that we've had, I'll go ahead and edit those out.
Sounds
so
great.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for this work.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Have a good
Bye,
one.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.